Hi everybody, it's Sam here from Mixed Up Craft. Thank you for watching my tutorial today. So I'm going to show you how to make this pinwheel tower card. This is evolved from the tower block card that I shared last week, and I'll link that one up here now. This is much quicker if you don't die cut 72 butterflies, which I did here, and this was during a Facebook Live, but I'm very pleased that I did cut them all because I think the end results come out really well. The very back panel is space for you to write your message, and the whole card will fold flat like this, and it will fit into an envelope. You can make the envelopes on your punch board or using my DIY envelope tutorial, which I'll just link up there as well. So that's that version. And if you don't want to add these borders, then you will have this version here. So you'll see, you can really see that pinwheel effect on the top, and it's lovely. You've got all those panels to just cover with your pattern paper, but if you want to add your borders, you know, edge borders, whatever you have, maybe you've got some punches so you can have a decorative edge with them, then it's easy to add, but it looks lovely without. I've also got a few other sizes, and I'm going to pop these sizes in my blog. So there's a 4-sided square, so this one here, you'll see you've got your 6 sides. This one's got 4, and you've got your panels there, and that again will all fold flat. This one here is taller, so this is a 5x7, so that'll fit into a 5x7 envelope, and when you open it up you'll see you've got your 4 sides there. And then I've got this one here, which is the same size as the tower block from last week, so you've got bigger panels, and again when this one folds flat it'd be 6x8 envelope, but I'll put the picture of this as it is plain and then the measurements so you can follow those ones if you want to. Okay, so you've got lots to choose from there, but I'm going to now show you how to make the 7-inch high but with the 6 sides. Okay, but I'll talk you through to get the 4-side effect if you want that one. So we're going to do this size but taller, just so you've got a variety, and all the measurements and everything for this size along with the others here will all be in my blog. Okay, so for the stamping I've used my stamps that came out when I launched my terrific towers, and these are really nice vertical stamps, so you can see the congratulations I've used here. And then for today's I'm going to use the awesome, and I've already stamped and prepared these pieces here, which I'll talk through in a moment. So yeah, you've got the lovely happy birthday ones, really nice as well, and you've got amazing there, and you can have the woohoo on its side. It looks really nice. For the edges, these have sold out. I am working on some new ones, and just hold out for any restocks of these, but the butterflies I've used from the 6x6 set. And there's been some beautiful cards being shared over on my Facebook group, Mixed Up Crafters, using the bow. It looks really, really nice. But can you imagine the hearts on all the sides as well as like a lovely Valentine's card? I think it would look really nice. So if you've got those, that's what we're using. And then for today's, I've used the 5x7 version, and I've taken the stars. But you've got the balloons, you've got the flowers there. And if you have the landscapes, you can use them as well. You've got the flowers, the dragonflies, and on the back underneath this piece is the present border there as well. So that's everything. Okay, so if you just want to do the 4 sides like this one here, then you'll want a piece of 7 by 6.5. Let me just check. Yeah, 7 by 6.5. Again, this will be in my blog, and you would just score at 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you'll have a 2.5-inch piece, and that will be your first panel. Okay, but I'm going to do, like I said, the same height, but we're going to have the 6 sides. So you'll want this piece here, which is 8.5 by 7. And along the 8.5 side, you just want to score at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you'll have your 2.5 panel here at the end. So fold and burnish all the score lines. I'd actually already done this because I just wanted to make sure it was all going to work. What's going to happen is you're going to add glue to this in a moment, and we're going to stick it so it meets up with this first score line, or last, depending on how you look at it. And we're going to stick it like so, and you'll see you get that overhang. And then all of these panels here, we're going to attach onto them separately. Okay, next you want to cut yourself either 3 or 5 pieces of 2.5 by 7. You'll need an extra 3 for the 4 sides, but for me, I need an extra 5. So you'll see there, I've got these all ready, and I've die cut all of the stars. These were much, much quicker because in the die set, you get all the stars. You just have to pass it through once to fill that whole panel. So I only had to pass it through, you know, a few times there. So what we're going to do first of all is I want to cut my edge on this piece here. So I'm going to grab my dies, and I'm going to grab this one here. Now you would need a larger die cutting machine for this one because obviously it's 7 inches wide, but I'm going to sit it where I had that panel. So whether you're using your punches, whatever it is that you may now want to, you know, use for your decorative edge, you want to do that before we stick it together. So this die will just, the cut lines either end here will just clip over the sides of the card there, and I'm going to bring it down so that the die just touches the edge here. Now I want to do some partial die cutting, so that just means whatever is between the plates will cut. So I just want to make sure that I only cut this edge here. So I'm just going to lay my die back down on my base plate there. Again, just make sure that comes right up to the edge, and then with my other plate I'm just going to pop it through here, and I'm just going to pop it over the stars. I don't want to cut this piece here because it's just going to cut it right out of the card, but I do just want to cut the edges there. So then I'm just going to push that through so it grabs. And now you'll see when I take my die away that it's cut this piece perfectly, and then I can just grab my trimmer and I'm just going to just tidy up that very bottom piece like so. So you'll see now I've got that all ready. Now I would suggest you stamp on this if you want to, but this is actually now going to be my back panel, so this will be where I'll write my message. So next we need to stick this together. So I'm just going to use my liquid glue and I'm going to pop it on the end panel here, and then I'm just going to bring it around so the edge of this sits next to that score line, and just fold that around, and you'll see you start to get that shape. And then you can just fold it flat just to make sure that all sticks down. But now when I open that up, you'll see we've got that shape, and it's actually quite sweet, you know, on its own. You can do something with that. You might have it as a decorative piece on the table. You might want to put flowers in it. You could cut apertures into this and maybe have like a tea light or a battery operated candle. There's lots of other things you can do. So now with the 5 other pieces, you might just have 3. Like I said, if you've just done the 4 sides, you're now just going to stick these on the remaining 5 or 3 panels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're going to go like this. So each, for me, each of the star side is going to hang over the edge. That plain one, I'm going to add my stars onto it, but the section there, I'll probably write, you know, vertically in that section there, because there's actually quite a lot of space. But I'm just going to now stick each one down. So just want to add your glue, and then again just lay the cardstock on there. And you could use your double-sided tape if you would prefer, but it is good to have that wiggle time. You can see now I've got my 2 there. I just realised I stamped on both sides, but you don't actually see one of them, but you do see a little bit there. So that was me being too organised. I'm just going to pull that a little bit this way, so it's not, you're not really going to notice that too much. I hope that you don't really see it with the rest. So yeah, you don't need to do that. So the next one is going to go over there, like so. Oh yeah, look, I can get away with it there. That one was obviously moved over a little bit. Yeah, no, you don't see it. Phew. And then I'm just going to keep working my way around now on those 3 remaining panels. And then the last one, you can fold it flat as you work your way around as well, just to kind of squash it down and make sure the glue's all spread out. So that's my last panel. So I'm just going to pop that one in there and just lay that flat. I love this effect you get when it is flat. I think it looks really cool. There you go. So this one, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, that is, I guess, the front because there's the back, but you know, it can kind of stand anyway, really. I love that it's just got awesome all the way around. So then I just want to stick my stars down. So I'm just going to lay it flat, and I just popped a little dot of glue on each of the stars, and then I'm just going to grab each one and just get yourself a nice equal white border there, and then you know you've got it where it needs to be. So I've already cut the right amount, so I'm just going to get these stuck down on both sides. And then I'm just going to finish it off with my sparkle pen here. This is a Spectrum Noir, and it's just the clear sparkle. And I'm just going to brush it over the stars. It will go on dark, but as soon as it dries, it just leaves a really pretty sparkle. And you can keep going over that, but now you should hopefully be able to see all that sparkle. So if I just open that back up, there is the Pinwheel card. I think it looks really cool. So I'll just bring in the other one again so you can just see the difference in size. So that's your 7-inch high, that's your obviously 6-inch high. Easy for the person to know what to do with them. Fold nice and flat. I think it looks lovely in the envelope when they take it out. And then, you know, they can just rearrange it, get it into its shape. So those are my Pinwheel cards, or Pinwheel Tower cards. I think they've turned out really well. I'll definitely be making more of these. So if you've enjoyed these cards, you might like the other ones coming up now. There's some more tower styles, so you might want to go and watch those next. Also, if you've enjoyed today's tutorial, then click on my face and you'll be able to subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload a new tutorial. And as always, everything will be linked in the description box below. I'll be back again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.